Today, it's authentic Texas barbecue chicken on the rotisserie. You don't want to miss this cook. I'm going to show you how to make flavorful, juicy chicken on the rotisserie, Texas style. So come in here close and let me show you how. These are two great big birds. Not going to do just a whole lot with them other than this. You can take any loose skin or see this big chunk of fat here. We can get that off. We are going to bind these up with some butcher's twine. So that's the best way to do it. We are going to use a binder today. It doesn't take a whole lot of mustard. You will not taste it. I promise you that. So just spread it thin. It's just going to make this bird sticky so that a rub will stick. Try to dry them. The better you dry them, the better off you are. Of course, if you know much about chickens, hard to dry them when they come out of there. They normally are packaged with a saltwater solution on them. And so that already has some liquid in them. Just going to do that. Try that back off a little bit. Get our mustard on there. Now, new rub for you guys. No name. Be talking about that in just a little bit. But what we're going to do is first, I'm going to stand them up, drop some rub down inside of it, right there. Same way with this one. Little rub on the inside. And we'll do the backs first. This rub's got some nice salt in it, some nice cracked pepper, you can see that. A little chili powder. A little sugar, it's got a little sweetness to it, a little brown sugar, but I'll be able to look at this real well. Inside the wings, just like you've seen me do numerous times. Flip him over, same process. Right there. And once we truss these birds, we're going to season them up just a little bit more. Let's get some butcher's twine off the roll here. Let's see if we can truss these up. Catch them there. We're going under the legs, over the legs, back under them. Pulling everything tight. Spinning them around. Make sure we catch our wings. One time. Two times. Pull it tight. And this is going to help our bird cook nice and evenly. So it goes there. Trim that off. Oop. Pull the string off. Put it back on there. And we'll just even that up. But I wanted to have seasoning in here. That's why I did it first. And I always come back and do it a second time. Let's do the sides nicely. That bottom. This other side, front. And that's going to put a great color on these birds. Guys, this is my rub. Hopefully we'll be selling this before very long. I've got a few people testing it, making some adjustments to it, kind of refining. This has always been my, I call it an all-purpose, but you'll see it on my videos as a pork and chicken rub. Well, we are fixing to maybe start marketing this after I get some of the results back of some people testing it for me. But there they go. Let's see if we can get them on the rotisserie. I'm going to put these birds breast side out. So We may have to adjust the back and forth once we get them on there. To start off, put in our skewer here. It goes through. And what I'm going to do is use my prongs to kind of hold it in place. I want this bird, the center of them, about in the center of the pit. So there's that one. Let's get this one on. That is on. I'm not going to tighten these screws up all the way yet. Want to get them in place, get them tight, and adjust where we want them, and we'll find out. Is this Primo big enough to do 2 chickens? Let's get them on that pit. I think it's about 300 degrees. Let's open this up. A little hotter than I really want it. Kind of let y'all see how I have it hooked up, but I'm going to come in here, put it into place. That looks good. Tighten up the screws. There is no water pan. There is no deflector plates, guys. These birds will flop a little bit since there's nothing to hold them on both ends. There that goes. Let's look at this bird. It has slipped out down here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's not good. So this side is going to be overdone. And yep, look at that right there. Not a good thing. Let's check the temperature on it. We're at 139, 147. This side's gonna be a lot more. 147. Close it back up. Let's let it keep going. And we have got to turn the fan back on. And what we've got to do is we have got to watch this other end, give y'all a look at that so you can see it. What happened was, if you look, there's a little play right there. This slipped out and it was not turning, so it left that one side down to the fire. Luckily, this pit has a lot of even heat all the way around it. Even though that was facing the fire, I think we might be all right. But our skin is definitely overdone on that side. Let's look at the chef's temp here, see if we can get y'all in focus. But there you go, removed from heat. Both of them are ready. They've hit the 160. We're going to pull those off. Here's my pit temp at 318. But let's take those off, let them rest, see how they turned out. Let's pick this up, turn our rotisserie off. Got a glove for this side. We're gonna pull these, take a look at them, let's let them rest. Boy, I tell you what, they started falling apart. I didn't bind them too good. Well, we wanted to know what it cooked to. Guys, the flopping really kept causing that shaft to slip out of the motor. 3 times it did that, and I didn't catch it for a while. That's the overdone skin in some places. And I think that's the reason that part of our trussing let the birds flop loose. We did get them to temp though, so we're gonna take out the probes. The Brizo did a good job. The chef's temp, these are the thinnest gauges there are, wireless. So hey, I like those. But we're going to look at these. They've been resting for a little bit. We're going to get them off of here and cut them up, let you see what you think about them. We're going to see what we think about them. And then we'll just do a little review on how the whole cook turned out. But let's get those off. I think I might get another set of the forks if I was going to do two again, or go ahead and push them tight together and let them cook that way. That might help us also. But started flopping, they came off, gave us a hard time, and I think that's why that shaft kept sliding off. If not, we're gonna have to figure out something to keep that shaft from moving so it doesn't do that again. But let's go ahead and bring y'all in here. We'll slice these, see if they're juicy, see if they're moist, and we'll see how tasty these Texas barbecue chickens are. You can see where this one really did flop loose. Two birds worked, but we got to figure out how to do it so that they don't come untied, right? And they don't flop around. The shaft did come out. They have nice color. If you look at the overall color, I think it's real nice. Where the shaft come out, that's where they got too dark because they sat down by the fire for too long. But I think we can come in here and just take this leg off. Let's look in here at what is there. We do have a lot of moisture in this bird. There's one leg. You can see the overdoneness. It's still juicy. I think it just got to our skin and crisp our skin up. And got a little char on our skin there. Not the end of the world. Let's cut into this breast and see if it's juicy or not. Just go right here. I think you could call that a juicy chicken, folks. Slice it right there. Rotisserie chickens just always seem to come out juicier than a traditionally cooked bird. Part of it is cooking whole. Makes a big difference, but that bird is moist. Guess I need to back up and let y'all watch me take a bite of this, but look at that, just look, right? Right in next to the bone. It's cooked all the way down. I did pull these at 160, maybe a little bit after. Look at that. Nothing wrong with that chicken at all. Move this bird out of the way. Sit this there. See if we can slice it up a little bit. All right. There we go. Nice looking chicken. Time to give that a try. Well, here we go. Chicken, looking great. Gonna have some of the skin. I want to try that rub. It's my old rub, just fine-tuning it a little bit, but we're gonna give it a try. That's good chicken. The rotisserie bird is fantastic. We did get our skin a little overcooked from the little snafu we had of the shaft coming out of the motor. Something I need to look at it with that rotisserie, but the chef's temp worked good. The Brizo, the gauges, thin diameter gauges, worked wonderful. Always the link for those down below. But great birds. Hope you like it. If you did, give me that thumbs up. Remember to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends and family about us. We appreciate you being here very, very much. Help us get to 100,000 subscribers if you would. We're getting close. We've only got about 21, 22,000 left to go. So please help us get there by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Always appreciate you being here. I'm Chef Johnny, and this is Texas Barbecue. We'll see y'all down the road. So long, everybody.